Like, was that a pain to tutorialize this game?
Tyler really did that.
Oh yeah,
Tyler did that.
Well, we started working on the tutorial like a year and a half ago, probably. Most of the systems were in place. We did like there was a long process because we knew this was the first thing that we did was we did a lot of playtest runs with like Steam Remote Play, where we would stream the game from my PC on like people would play it on my PC through Steam Remote Play.
Oh wow, that's cool.
And we would just see what we needed to tell people to get them to learn the game when they play their first run. Keep notes of that, and we're like, okay, people need to know this and this and this. Like every single run starts with, okay, here's how you click things, and here's what the mana cost is, and here's with what the UI means. Then it was when we sat down to make the tutorial, we wrote a quick outline of what needed to be said. Like it's going to be an intro adventure where you do a battle, an event, a treasure, and then a boss fight, or like a, intro boss fight. And in the battle, it needs to go, we need a character to pop up and tell you these things. And because this is the very first thing that people will see when they start the game, we can put a lot of effort into polishing all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like having the NPC just pop up on screen and point to UI elements and stuff. All that is really annoying stuff to do. Like there's a reason why most of these games out there, their tutorial is it'll pause the game, dim the screen, and just pop up a window that just says, this is what a parry means. Okay. And stuff like that, which is fine. The goal is just to teach you to play the game. But a lot of the work that we put into having the NPCs feel alive when they're talking to you, having like personality in that, we were able to like use all that stuff later on in the game as well. So it wasn't like effort wasted for just a tutorial.
No. And like I said, if you could capture an audience that includes people like me, with those tutorials, and because I honestly, guys, I've never played a game like that. I play, like I said, I play story games and horror games. And so I was just like, oh, this is actually really fun. Like a turn-based game like this. And it was unique and fresh for me, but I think what really worked about the tutorials is they were funny. The whole game is hilarious. Who's the mind behind the humor?
I think it's me.
Ed writes the text. There's some bits of me in there. Ed writes
Tyler wrote "he go."
I will say, Tyler, I laughed when I saw that. So good job.
Everybody reacts to that, so we can't replace it.
There are certain things in the game that that Tyler has it placeholdered in that are just legitimately funny for many different reasons, and I don't change them.
Yeah, it brings me to think about adding features to games. Games like this, when you add a feature or a new ability or whatever, do you guys think if we add this, we have to tutorialize it? So that's like an extra layer of time and development and cost for this time.
Oh, it's the other way. We did all of the features and then did the tutorial.
Oh, really? So you don't ever, do you ever add features?
It sounds like a long time ago, but that was like 4 years into development.
Really? So you knew what features you needed at the beginning of the development.
Yeah, I think that's the general way you design a tutorial, is that you never want to do the tutorial as the first thing you make because it's too important and you don't know what you need to tell people. So we had the game in place when the tutorial was being worked on, and we could measure how well it worked by just giving the game to a new person, letting them play the tutorial, letting them play a run, and then seeing if they actually know how to play the game after the tutorial stuff. And over the course of probably 6 months where we're slightly rearranging things that are said in the tutorial and being like, oh, this isn't the right place to mention turn order because people gloss over it here. We do have to mention turn order or else people don't know what things at the top of the screen are.
Yeah.
Just slightly adjusting things over and over until it seems like we can hand the game to a new player and they can just play it and not be confused.
We've continued to add and chip away at it. There's always a back and forth. So like I'll get a play test report from somebody. So the way I play test too is I encourage you to beat Boris because I need that in order to play test. That's the whole point of me giving you a code. So beat Boris so I can ask you some questions.
How far into it is Boris?
About 4 hours.
Okay.
But so I'll get feedback and then I'll be like, Tyler, people still aren't understanding this. What should we do? At this point, it's fine.
Yeah, there's a lot of nothing. Like,
yeah, do nothing.
There's a danger in adding too much information to the tutorial that you don't immediately need to know.
Yeah.
Because people will not read stuff. Like, it'll be like, oh, it's too much text.
And yeah, quite a few times I've gone through that tutorial and chopped out walls of text, and then had to be like, well, we need to add this. Like, I'm going to add 2 more words here. That'll give enough information that hopefully people will retain it. Fingers crossed. There's only so much you can do. And hopefully they will learn from experience, or when in doubt, they can always talk to an NPC and get tips, which we do have in there, but nobody seems to do.
So is this a particular problem for this game? Like, do the tutorials need to be much more in depth than your previous games?
Of course.
Yeah.
This needs words. All the other ones don't need words.
This is the worst type of like tutorial to like make is this type. All the other games
it's a board game. Like
all the other games
a board game.
It's like you just make a level where you controls on like a wall and then you press the control like, oh, that's jump. Oh, I gotta jump over this thing. And then that's the tutorial. Like that's all the other games we've made. Literally, like, what's the tutorial for Isaac is the starting room has the controls on it.
Yeah, there's a drawing on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
So, like, the starting area of The End is Nigh just has some drawings on the walls.
Yep.
Older games are similar to that. That's nice. I like doing those types of tutorials a lot better than this, like, text dialogue, like, thing that takes 6 months of iteration to make sure it works right. Kind of thing.